running back hasn't won the Heisman Trophy since Derrick Henry did it in 2015, and today I want to change that. Ollie Gordon is considered by many to be the best running back in college football, coming in at a 96 overall in college football 25, and today I'm going to be finishing out his career. My goals for this video are for Ollie to break Barry Sanders' unbreakable rushing record, take OSU to a national title, and win the Heisman Trophy. If I can't do any of these things, I will personally send everyone who likes this video $1,000, and to make it even harder, I'll be playing with 3-minute quarters on Heisman difficulty. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright boys, so first up, Ollie's got a tune-up game against FCS. Although for some reason I keep seeing people saying FCS is tough. I don't know though, looks like Ollie is gonna have an okay time. He cuts it outside and hits the dirty spin move to take it to the crib. And look at that, our dude is already hitting the Heisman celebration out here. I like what I see. Now I'm gonna try to get him the ball on the pass, and Ollie has a step. He is in the clear, and once again he will take it to the bank. His first 2 touches on the season are touchdowns. I think he might have been right to hit that Heisman pose, and he's getting loose again. He's a little bit tired, but that juke move is still dirty. I am kind of wondering how wear and tear is going to affect Ollie throughout the season, because he's going to be getting a lot of these carries. We're going to hit him with the ball on the stretch play here, and my god dude, the juke is so crazy. He jukes a lot better than my Louisiana Monroe players, and we're going to try to get him involved in the passing game again here. Ollie Gordon is so dangerous in all aspects of the game, picking up another huge gain. And now we're going to go back to the right side. That is easy money, and Ollie is going to rumble for a giant gain, getting us inside the red zone. He is a little bit tired here. Look at the wear and tear. This wear and tear is more difficult to deal with than I expected, and we're going to give him another shot to go up and make a play here. I thought he got his foot down on the toe tap, but they call him out. But wait, there's a booth review, and they say he did get the toe in bounds for the touchdown. I think that's the first time I've actually seen a play overturned in this game. And dude, this team is just so slow. Ollie's going to get in the clear again here, and no way these dudes are going to catch him. He might be a little tired, but once again, Ollie Gordon is going to rumble to the house, and that one should probably put this game out of reach. Not sure if I get all the hype about FCS. I guess they did keep it within 2 scores. Ollie finishes with 216 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns, as well as 113 and a touchdown through the air. I am definitely expecting this game against Arkansas to be a little bit tougher, but look at how crispy this spin move is. I mean, how do you stop that? We'll see if we can get him involved out of the backfield here, and we'll get a little taste of that crazy juke move to go along with the spin move. Gotta try to get a score before halftime here, and man, that guy's hanging with him in man coverage, but he will break out of a tackle and then break out of a couple more. They cannot bring this dude down. Offense has been a little bit slow today so far outside of Ollie, but he's gonna improvise here on the inside zone, cutting it to the outside and making a man miss. Gotta find a way to turn these plays into points, and we've got him up the seam. It is just crazy how many tackles this guy breaks, and he is gonna take that deep into Razorback territory. All right, we got a 4th and 2 here. Gotta punch it in and get on the board, and that's a beautiful hole, easy money. And this defense is balling out. 0 points for Arkansas as we set up the halfback screen, giving us some space to juke around. Going into the 4th, it's time to try to crush a little bit of clock, and we're gonna try to bounce this outside. That is money, and we're off to the races. Rumbling inside the red zone, so at the very least we get a field goal here. And the Cowboys are gonna end up kicking the field goal to go up by 10, but Arkansas strikes right back. Now we need to pick up a 1st down, and they're selling out for the run, so we're gonna have to pass here. And on 3rd and 12, we got Ollie in the flat. Can he pick up the 1st down? Yes, he can. That is gonna do it for this one. All right, so we get the dub. Not quite as efficient of a game for Ollie, but to go along with 140 rushing yards, he had 146 through the air today. Next up, Ollie and the boys are taking on Tulsa, and interesting enough, this is an away game. Ollie's breaking loose already, and he's in the open field, hitting that dangerous spin move to pick up 20. I am definitely looking for a 200-yard rushing day, and the blocking has been phenomenal so far. Tulsa doesn't look like they know what's going to hit them, and we're already getting deep into their territory here. Cowboys are going to have a 2nd and goal, and the middle is wide open for Ollie's first touchdown of the game. Let's go ahead and hit that Heisman pose. So far, it doesn't really look like Tulsa's going to put up a whole lot of a fight today, and they're keying in on the run game, but this offensive line has just been elite so far. Ollie's been getting involved in the pass game a lot this season, and it's going to happen again here. This one gets knocked away though. Can't quite come down with it. That'll bring it to 3rd down. Coach just going to try out a little halfback screen. So that drive will end in 3, and Tulsa's offense is actually putting up a pretty good fight. The Cowboys are going to have to keep cooking, and how do you stop this spin move from Ollie Gordon? As you can see up top there, he is currently leading the country in rushing yards. That's not even to mention the tons of receiving yards he's been racking up this season, and he'll get another one here picking up the 1st down. Tulsa's actually been giving this team some problems, so gotta lock in and get a touchdown here as we're rumbling down inside the red zone. Big time 3rd down here, and not a lot of room for Ollie. It's gonna be a 4th and 2. Thankfully his offense is able to convert to tie this thing up. And this is a money drive here. Gotta put this game away and avoid an upset. The holes have definitely gotten smaller as this game has gone on. And Ollie's starting to get a little tired. At the start of the game, he definitely would have outrun those dudes. His team badly needs him to break one loose here. And it looks like there's nothing there, but he hits a crisp spin to pick up a big time first down. We're seeing why he's the best running back in college football, as he is putting the team on his back and has a ton of room here. That was just beautiful blocking on the right side. And we do see that fatigue. Normally that play would turn into a touchdown for sure. We head under the 2-minute warning. This game is still tight and Ollie gets swarmed from behind. It'll be 3rd and 9. This is the biggest play of this game so far. And coach has Ollie running a Texas route. He is dog tired, but still getting open and picking up a massive first down. It's time to punch it in. Oklahoma State going power, and Ollie is fighting, but will go down at the 1-yard line. All right, big time 3rd and goal. The middle is stuffed up, but Ollie keeps pushing and gets in, and the Cowboys finally reclaim the lead. But somehow Tulsa ties this up. This thing might be headed to overtime, and they were trying to set up a screen, but that doesn't work out at all. Uh-oh, boys. The Cowboys are going to have to pick up a 3rd and 8, and Ollie is open out of the backfield, able to power for the first down. That's a big one. Looks like the Cowboys are just going to try to run out the clock, but there is a crease there. This has potential to turn into a touchdown, and it will not, but that gets the Cowboys close to field goal range. Big time 3rd and 5 for OSU here. And how do you leave number 0 open? That will put this team in field goal range, and now it is up to the kicker. Unfortunately, it is wide left, and this game is headed to overtime after all. So the Cowboys have got the ball first. We'll see what they have on offense here. Gonna try to run it to the outside, but Tulsa is all over that. Oklahoma State's gonna have a 4th and 3, and they trust Ollie more than they trust their kicker. We'll see what happens here. No, this play is gonna get blown up, and the Cowboys might just be done for. So Tulsa pulls out an upset victory. That'll make the road to the college football playoffs a whole lot tougher. Certainly wasn't any fault of Ollie's. He finished with 188 yards and 2 touchdowns on the day, leading the team in receiving as well. The Cowboys might have taken a tough loss, but the stands are still packed to watch them take on Utah. This game would be a great chance to get back up in the rankings, and Ollie's coaches are going to have to be a little bit more creative to get him the ball in space today, hitting them with a halfback screen here. He makes that work beautifully. Against this defense, Ollie's quarterback's definitely going to have to put in a little bit more work to get him the dub, because this team does a whole lot better job of tackling than the Tulsas of the world. OSU's got to settle for a field goal on their opening drive, and Cam Rising in this Utah offense looked tough to stop for sure, and Ollie continues to get swarmed in the backfield. Getting to 100 rushing yards today could be pretty tough, but Ollie is able to get his first touchdown here on the Utes. Hitting the Heisman pose in front of the home fans doesn't have quite the same effect if you do it every game though. This defense unfortunately looks completely hopeless to stop Cam Rising right now, but Ollie's able to get open out of the backfield here, and some nice shiftiness will get his team down into field goal range. And thankfully this defense comes out of half with a much needed stop. Hopefully we can finally start to get this running game going here in the second half, and that juke move is just beautiful. Alan Bowman has done enough to hopefully open things up here, and heading into the 4th quarter, this is a 1-point deficit, but that should get the Cowboys into field goal range, and the best move would probably be to choose some clock here. Utah is starting to use their timeouts, and this is an absolutely huge 3rd and 3. Ollie is gonna get the ball in the flat, but be short, and this game will be up to the mercy of this defense, and they get an interception. Let's go. Now Ollie's just got to protect the ball to get out of here with a dub. Utah is out of timeouts, but he wants to get at least 1 touchdown here, and he's gonna hit a clean spin to punch it in and cap it off, saluting this Oklahoma State crowd, and that is a huge win. Utah really stacked the box to make things tough for the run game, but the pass game came through. Ollie with over 100 yards there once again, and Kansas State is actually ranked number 9 in the country, so this could be another opportunity for a ranked win. I think that a rain game suits Ollie Gordon pretty well. He'll be able to slip through holes easily. Somehow he's still able to cut to make that spin move. Hopefully Kansas State does not stack the box as much as Utah did, because I want some room to work, and we have got it here. That'll be an easy first down and could have been more. I haven't quite figured out how to do this juke move right yet. I'm gonna say that the spin move in this game is definitely king so far, but running up the middle here, we are gonna hit the juke move, and that one looked pretty crisp. Kansas State is just letting Ollie run it down their throats. Pokes will get on the board with a passing touchdown, and this one is feeling much easier than last game so far. Kansas State is just giving us so much room to work in the running game. I would expect that to close up a little bit as the game goes on. They're just giving us the outside right now, and the spin move makes that super dangerous. I don't know who has a better spin move in this game than Ollie Gordon. I've heard that Quinshon Junkins is pretty crazy, and the halfback screen setting up perfectly here. Let me get up out of there real quick. We got a 3rd and goal here though. Ollie is running it up the middle and putting his head down, fighting to get in. Let's go. go. He has silenced this Kansas State crowd. Wildcats did get a touchdown coming out of halftime, but I just don't know if they can stop this offense. And Ollie Gordon is in the clear here. He will rumble all the way inside the 5, trying to stiff arm his way in. Gotta give the Heisman front runner the touchdown here, and he will outrun a guy to get to the right side on the toss. Perfect call from coach, and he's doing a little jig in the end zone. Kansas State did not put up much of a fight, and Ollie will get another rushing touchdown before it's all said and done. Big upset win on the road for OSU, as the Wildcats could not do anything to stop this rushing attack. 180 yards and 3 touchdowns, with a lighter 48 yards through the air today. That'll put this team back up in the top 25, and of course keep Ollie atop the Heisman watch. Through 5 games, he already has almost 800 yards, definitely looking to be a 2,000 yard rusher this year, and he might get to 1,000 yards receiving as well. So that puts us in a pretty good spot going into this home game against West Virginia, and Gordon's going to get it on the outside run here. He has a great hole, and all he's going to have to do is hit a spin move, and he is off to the races. Nobody on this West Virginia team is anywhere close to being able to catch him. Beautiful start to this game. West Virginia's offense is kind of tough though. They were able to get 2 quick touchdowns, and Ollie has it on the screen here, just needs to break a tackle but can't do it. Dang. Despite the great start, we are thoroughly on upset alert here. West Virginia's offense has been completely unstoppable so far, but I haven't been too impressed with their defense. Ollie's already up over 80 yards on the day. He's going to get the ball on the counter here. This sets up pretty good. We're able to at least pick up the first. Desperately need a touchdown before half here, and Ollie's going to get it on the streak route, fighting to get in but gets stopped at the 1. All right, this is where he makes his money. 3rd and goal from the 1, and he is going to get in. Great blocking. He's shooting an arrow into the crowd. Got to keep up that momentum coming out of halftime. And here's another great hole from Ollie. The left side of the field is totally wide open. All we're going to have to do is beat one guy again, and you know that Ollie can do that. Hits the juke move and puts on the burners to take it to the crib again. Just what this team needed. Already 3 rushing touchdowns on the day, but it looks like he's just going to have to keep scoring. And he's loose again here. Those outside runs have just been so dangerous. West Virginia is not built for this. Just got to finish this drive here, and Ollie is open in the seam again. It is impossible for a linebacker to get over to him in time, and now we need to stop from the defense. They can't get it, and offense is in a terrible position here. Gonna have to dial up a dot, and Ollie's teammate cannot come down with it. Defense does finally get a stop, but it might be too late. Ollie is gonna be able to get 1 more receiving touchdown, and now we need an onside kick or something. And that's gonna do it for this one. West Virginia recovers and crushes the clock. This was probably Ollie's best game yet. Averaged almost 17 yards a carry with 3 touchdowns, adding 100 yards and 2 touchdowns receiving, but defense was just too terrible today. And after that, Ollie is going to get Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week, of course. Okay, well, that's a tough loss, but with the 12-team playoff, the season is far from over for sure. We got BYU here today. Running a little jet counter here, and Ollie is trying to get out of there with the juke move. That was almost crazy. I'm hoping this is one of those games where we can pretty much just keep it on the ground for the whole thing. And the holes are a little bit tighter, but it's working out so far. Just gotta punch it in here, but oh my god, where is the block? We could get it in with a pass instead, though. All good. That seam always seems to be open, and look at the Superman dive from Ollie getting into the end zone. Bro is striking the Heisman pose literally every game, and thankfully it looks like defense is gonna have a better day today. It would genuinely be really hard for them to be worse. And on 3rd down, we got this again. Dude, this vertical route is just too free. I almost feel bad, and we have all the open space we could want. Ollie is kind of running out of gas, but that's gonna be a gigantic game. Utah absolutely does not have the athletes to keep up with him, and we're gonna get him the ball in the pass game again here. He is gonna hit an absolutely dirty juke, but cannot quite get out of there. Dude messed up my clip. Just gotta punch it in here, and that is beautiful blocking. We will dive into the end zone, taunting the crowd a little bit after that one. We might be 4-2, but in terms of Ollie getting his stats, everything has been pretty dang easy. He hits a little hesitation move getting to the edge here. He just totally outclasses all these dudes on defense. For whatever reason, I'm having a lot of success running out of the bunch formation, and we're gonna run out of it again here, hitting the juke, getting to the outside, and that'll put us deep into BYU territory. This one is pretty much over at this point. 1 more touchdown. Just gonna try this power O again, and once again it is money. Ollie kicks dude in the end zone, and that'll wrap this one up. Easiest dub of the season so far. A crisp 160 yards and 3 touchdowns. defense. And this is just what we've come to expect at this point. All right, let's see what we can get cooking today against Baylor. I'm gonna start it out with a little inside zone. Nice hole, but it closes up quick. I'm trying to see at least 200 yards out of Ollie today. And right now his line is looking really nice. He is gonna spin out of there, and this might be a house call for Ollie Gordon. Just gonna have to outrun some defensive backs. Sadly, he cannot. But 60 yards on his first 2 carries. Ollie already looking unstoppable here early on. He's gonna get it on the power here. Great blocking to the outside, and Ollie is out in the clear. One last block to the corner, and we are gonna go out at the 1. All good. Just gotta slam it into the end zone here, and that will be easy money. Baylor's offense hasn't been able to do anything so far, and Ollie trying to get up the middle there, but gets tackled by his own blocker. Gonna try a sneaky run call here on 3rd and 12, and Ollie trying to get to the outside. He'll have tons of space, but there's gonna be a flag on the play. Come on, boys. All right, we'll try to get a little screen going here, and this is actually also setting up pretty nice. Sadly, Ollie cannot make a man miss in the open field, and Baylor finally able to get on the board coming out of halftime. Offense has got to try to hit him right back here, and they're stacking the box like crazy. They know we're just trying to pound the rock, but just because they know it's coming doesn't mean they've quite been able to stop it. Really, the only thing that stopped Ollie this year has been getting tired. He is going to fight to get into the end zone again here, and thankfully does fall in. But Baylor getting another touchdown. We got a game on our hands, but I don't know why they're not covering Ollie out of the backfield. That is easy money getting close to Baylor territory. Ollie's just got to make sure he gets his boys into field goal range here, but Baylor is really loading up on the run at this point. I think something might have to happen with the passing game, and Ollie gonna be open out of the backfield here. He will pick up the first down. It's just so hard to load up for the run, but also account for the back out of the backfield. And now it's just time to try and grind the clock down a little bit, as there's not a lot of room there, but Ollie's still gonna get this to 3rd and 1. If the Cowboys can pick this up, the game is pretty much over, and Ollie coming out of the backfield here. He is open deep and able to make the game-winning catch. What a throw by Alan Bowman as well. Baylor fought hard, but ultimately Ollie and this offense were too much for him, and even though the game is over and this is kind of risky, Ollie is gonna rack up some more Heisman stats, spinning his dude out of his shoes and taking this one to the crib to cap it off. The Cowboys moved to 6-2 on the year. Ollie doing his thing, man. 8 yards a carry, 3 touchdowns, and had the receiving game we've come to expect from him. That'll get him Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week, as well as National Player of the Week. So Ollie and the boys up to number 19 in the rankings. Things are starting to look good for a college football playoff berth here, and we got the crispy black uniforms on today. Oklahoma State just has a great uniform set, dude. Ollie already getting it cooking out of the backfield, as Arizona State's been trying to stop the run, but we can do it both ways. Ollie is in the open field again here, spinning away from a dude. Can we take this to the house? Oh man, I probably shouldn't have thrown that last spin in there. That'll allow us to get in for the touchdown, and a couple big pass plays should open up the running game, as the blocks were looking great there. Dude got off of it quick, but Ollie stiff arming him into the damn ground and hurdling over him. Just pure athleticism there. According to this game, bro, every good running back in the game has just the most ridiculous skill moves ever. Remember that I am playing on Heisman difficulty here, bro. This is just natural Ollie Gordon magic. And after doing a lot of passing on that first drive, I want to just run the ball down their throats there, but 82 just runs right into Ollie. You gotta try and go for this, right? 4th and 2, and yep, that was the right decision. This man can get 3 yards. Come on. Arizona State really starting to crunch the box, but we'll go right back to him, and Ollie with speed to the outside, spinning back in and getting down to the 3. He wasn't in for the touchdown play last time. This time we're gonna get him the rock, and this play on the goal line has just been money. Slow start for Ollie, but still almost 50 rushing yards on the day. Arizona State was finally able to get some points. Offense got to keep it coming here, and we're just gonna run it to the outside. We're using the speed a little bit more today, because they've just been clogging up the middle lanes. I'm gonna try this little throwback screen here. Not something I've done before, and not something I'm going to do again, dude. All right, 3rd and 9. How about we try a little speed option here? So after we got a little too fancy there, Arizona has the lead just like that. Now Bowman's going to have to try to get the boys in field goal range before halftime. And that streak to the running back is just so free if you got a good running back, dude. Probably just time for a couple more shots from the Cowboys, and Ollie's going to get it again here, fighting down to the 1. We got to go hurry up and run the ball, I think. Just going to go inside zone on 1st and goal. And Ollie is going to fight for it, but too tired to get it. Big stop for the Sun Devils before half. So this one looking a little bit perilous scoreless going into the second half. Arizona State's offense has been really good, and Ollie has tons of space here. He's going to crib that, but there's a flag on the play. I think that that's going to be holding. God damn, bro. All right, I like the speed option, though. We're going to go with it here again, and Ollie's going to be a little bit more tired, but this play will still work. Not quite as well this time, but gets us close to the first. Unfortunately, Ollie comes off for the field for a play, and dude manages to throw a pick six. So it's going to have to be the passing game from here on out, but Ollie can help out with that. That's a dot from his quarterback, and this game is not over yet. Number 0 will be able to get into the end zone, and this team has some life. Going to try to go back to the speed option here, and it's going to work well again. If our dude was able to hold the block on the outside, that might have been a house call. Do or die time headed into this fourth quarter. Not sure how involved Ollie's going to be. He's going to get it out of the backfield here, but can't get out of bounds. So headed under the 2-minute warning, Bowman is just going to throw it across the middle, and this is officially a one-score game. And defense gets the ball back with just 40 seconds left. This is going to have to be a fast drive, and that is a bad miss from Bowman. Ollie's going to get another crack at it here, though, and this time Bowman is going to hit him in stride. He might have a chance to make some moves, getting some blocks, and that'll put Oklahoma State in Sun Devil territory. The Cowboys are in field goal range, so got to make sure they don't go down in bounds. And Ollie's going to get it here. He has room up the middle, and this offense is going to have to hurry it up. Might get one crack at the end zone here. Time is running down, and Ollie is open. Can he get into the end zone? No, the ball gets knocked out. So this game is headed to overtime. We're just going to have to go ahead and settle for the field goal. But it's been a crazy comeback to get here, especially with 3-minute quarters. And thankfully now this team can go back to the run game. Ollie did what he had to do in the passing game, and now he's going to get the chance to get the counter. Jukes out of there, and in the first overtime, Ollie is going to crack it open with a touchdown on the first play. That's exactly what this team needed. Unfortunately, Arizona State instantly scores. And oh god, bro, I think they went for 2 and they missed it, so we get the win. Not gonna lie, I thought we were toast. Kind of a slower day for Ollie, but still had over 100 yards, and through the air, dude, he was a beast. 230 yards, 20-yard average on the day. And this team's playoff hopes are still alive, dude. Despite the off game on the ground, Ollie's still getting National Offensive Player of the Week. With 3 games left in the season, he has 1,400 rushing yards for a 7.2-yard average and 21 touchdowns, as well as adding 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns through the air. And bear in mind, Ollie's been doing this with 3-minute quarters on Heisman difficulty. My goal for this season is to get Ollie Gordon over 2,500 yards and taking on 5-4 TCU. This could be a good opportunity for a big game. This is, after all, the team that gave up like 50 points to Colorado last season, and after a big pass play, Ollie's going to be able to get it to the outside and start off with an easy touchdown. He will hit the Heisman pose on the road. I want to try to get Ollie to the outside with sweeps a little bit more in this game, and on this one, he's just going to cut it up the middle, picking up a big time 3rd and 7. I don't just want first downs, though. I want big play touchdowns. Not going to lie, though, TCU has actually done a pretty good job playing the run. I know just the way to break it open, though. We're going to try out the old speed option here, and we're going to pitch it to the outside. Dude, if my receiver could hold a block, that would be really nice. Let's have another crack at that to the other side, and this time it's setting up a little bit better. My receiver still did not block, though, and Ollie not able to get out of a tackle there. TCU's been a little tough, bro. The going has been kind of slow, and Ollie going to get it on the screen here. Okay, maybe this could finally be a big play. He spins back to the inside, spins back to the outside. Dude, that spin move is just so dirty. This is why this man is the Heisman Trophy frontrunner right here. Right now, though, the yards per carry is no bueno. Desperately want to break off a big run here, and this might be it. We're able to get to the outside. Okay, I'll take that for sure. Maybe RPOs are kind of the way to go. CPU is definitely not as able to get as many guys in the box, and we're going to try to use it to get outside here, but this isn't going to work at all, or is it, dude? Somehow Ollie gets out of there with the spin, and he might be able to crib this. He's dog tired, but still going to break a tackle. That was one of the craziest ones of the year. There's that big play I was looking for. At this point, it's pretty much over. Just time for some stat padding, and TCU continuing to stack the box. We'll take some free passing yards. Absolutely no mercy on this, boys. Let's keep on running the ball, and oh my god, that juke to get out of there was crazy. We're gonna have some kind of holding or something, though. That juke to get out is crazy, though. I gotta start doing that more often. I'm gonna hit the little speed option here and try to do a hesitation move. Nice discipline by number 6, though. All right, I think this is gonna be my last play of the day here. 3rd and 7, and we're running that speed option again. Get out of there, Ollie. We will take another free touchdown and strut into the end zone. GG's TCU. So not Ollie's craziest statistical day, but he definitely did put up some pretty crazy highlights. At this point, the Cowboys are up to number 12 in the country, firmly in the college football playoff picture, and Ollie has a chance at a big play early on. They were loading the right side. I knew it would be open if we cut back in, and yet another Heisman moment in a season full full of them for number 0. That is just too easy. 82 yards to the crib to get this thing cooking. And we're not taking on scrubs either. This is a ranked team in Texas Tech. And dude, that spin move is so tight. Ollie's already up over 100 yards on the day. Much more efficient than the last game for sure. And Tech has just got everyone in the box, dude. We got to try to get this to the outside. I guess we'll take 4 yards out of that. Sometimes you just got to try to play big boy football here. We're going to let the boys up front go to work, and Ollie putting his head down. That's the one area of his game that's not too great. Gonna try to sneak him out of the backfield here, and it looks like they're just in man coverage. That'll work out beautifully, strutting into the end zone and hitting the Heisman pose in front of the home crowd. And one crazy thing you got to remember, Ollie's only 89 speed, dude. I can't even imagine what a 99 speed running back is like on this game. I said a little something about his power. Ollie's showing it off there. I guess it's just hard to truck guys in the red zone when you've been getting the ball on like every carry all the way down the field. And here we're gonna get to the outside. 6 rushes for 136 yards so far. I'm on the hunt for a big play here, boys. Gonna go to the speed option here, and oh, this sets up beautifully. Ollie has nothing but green grass ahead of him, but this is what I'm saying, bro. He's not 99 speed. Dudes can definitely chase him down. Going into the fourth quarter, we're clinging on to a 3-point lead. Gotta find a way to close out this game. And with Texas Tech stacking the box more and more, things have gotten tougher. Gonna try a little counter here on 2nd and 10, and this does require outside blocking. This time we will get it, and Ollie fighting for a big first down. Cowboys gonna have to try and convert a 3rd and long, and Bowman's gonna go down in the backfield. So with the game on the line, 4th and 13, Ollie's gonna get the ball thrown to him here, and it goes into his hands, but he drops it, bro. That's tough. And Texas Tech able to tie up the game. This one could be headed into overtime unless we can put a quick drive together here. Texas Tech has to respect the pass, so Ollie's gonna be hunting for a big play in the running game, and he has this team near in midfield. All right, gonna try the halfback sweep here. I am just gonna keep that on the inside though. Gonna have to pass the ball now, and Ollie's going out of the backfield. Bowman is gonna try him deep, but misses the throw. Probably would have been picked off anyways. With the kicker unable to make this field goal, Cowboys are gonna have to run one more play here, and that is gonna be complete. They're gonna have a chance at a field goal. Just gonna have to spike the ball, and they do. 43 yards to win the game at home, and that is going to be good. The Cowboys playoff hopes stay alive in another really tight game. 27-24, a ranked win. Should boost up the ranking even more. So 200 yards from Ollie. A lot of that came on the first play. Definitely turned out to be not that crazy of a game. After the first play, I thought he was just going to go off. Last game of the season, interestingly enough, is going to be against the Colorado Buffaloes. The fans are amped up for this night game, while Ollie is hoping to silence them early on in this one. He's going to get the ball up the middle here and hit a spin move. He'll run into a defender pretty quick and takes this to the crib. Unbelievable. Once again, boys, this is on Heisman difficulty. Did not change any of Ollie's stats. I don't even think you can. This is just how good he is in this game, dude. He breaks every tackle. His spin move is ridiculous. And also, Colorado's defense might just not be very good, man. We'll see. He's going to run right through the hole there. And right now, coach has just got him workhorsing up the middle of this game, man. We'll try to get the outside game going more later, but as long as the Buffs are giving us this, we're going to take it. Down near the goal line, we are going to hit a little speed option here. You already know how I feel about this play, and Ollie is going to turn that into a first down. Okay. All right, now I want to see Ollie just put his head down and get yards. He is going to go up the middle and power into the end zone. Just what I wanted. 71 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. So far, this game really could not be going any better, and before halftime here, Ollie's going to get a nice little catch out of the backfield. Going to try to cook up a little halfback screen here on 3rd down. This has created a lot of big plays for Ollie, and it's a great way to get him in space as he gets to the sidelines again here. I'm slowly but surely coming to love that play. It is kind of hard to figure out the timing if you don't have that great of an offensive line. Thankfully, this is a great offensive line, and they are going to do just enough here to get Ollie in space. He'll swerve a dude out of his shoes and take it to the crib. Colorado is dead in the water at home. All right, this will be my last play of the day. We're going with a little speed option. Got to get Ollie one more touchdown, and look at that. Just god-awful pursuit angle from the Colorado secondary. That'll be an easy house call. So an easy win in the regular season finale against Colorado. Ground and pound type of day. Ollie was up over 200 yards again with 4 touchdowns. Also added 38 through the air. He's been slowing down a little bit there. So we do wind up in the Big 12 championship game actually taking on UCF. We win this game, we'll come in at number 3 in the college football playoff bracket, it looks like. So here we go, boys. Big 10 championship game, playoff fate hanging in the balance. But UCF opened it up with a touchdown. This might be a tough one, y'all. No idea what to expect from this Knights defense. We didn't play them in the regular season, but it looks like they're going to be tough. Ollie really was not able to get anything going in the first quarter, but we put together a slow and steady drive. Chance to get into the end zone. We're going to try to do it with the pass game. Ollie will get the ball out of the backfield, hit a juke move, hit another juke move. It was a tougher drive than usual, but it ends with an Ollie Gordon touchdown. And this time defense was able to get a stop. We're going to try to get the run game opened up on this drive. The run game hasn't felt good, but when it comes down to it, Ollie still has 35 yards. And he's been getting it going in the pass game. Look at him holding on to that ball through contact. If this man wasn't a halfback, he could honestly play full-on receiver. His run after catch is just crazy, and he actually does make some nice aggressive catches. I would love to get him to 2,000 rushing yards in the regular season, but as it is, this seems like the way to get him involved, man. Just get him the ball out of the backfield and let him go to work. We've been playing for stats a lot this year, but this game has got to just be about winning. And Ollie's just going to get it in the flats here. They left that way too wide open, and it'll be his second rushing touchdown of the day, strutting into the end zone and shushing the UCF crowd. Okay, we come out of halftime with a slim 4-point lead. UCF is definitely putting up a good fight, man. They might only be ranked number 19, but they got the same record as us. And when it comes down to it, bro, we can lose to anybody. We lost to Tulsa early in the season, if you remember. That seems like it was a long time ago. We've beaten a lot of tougher opponents since then. I really want to be able to get one of these halfback sweeps to work, and we're gonna be able to get to the outside, but bro, we're just gonna get a holding. Seems like that happens a whole lot on like outside runs and speed options. It's annoying because a lot of the time it's not even a dude who would have affected the play. And okay, we finally have some room here, dude. This is gonna be Ollie's biggest rush of the day, and it's only like 20 yards. He's been getting 200 in most games, but just fighting to get close to 100 in this one. Big third down here, gonna have to be a pass play, and they keep leaving Ollie open in the flats. He is going to just barely get the first down. And time is running down, dude. This could be one of the Cowboys' last drives of the game. Gonna try another outside zone here, and okay, the blocking was looking pretty good, but it collapsed quickly. And this is a huge 3rd and 8. We're gonna try to sneak Ollie up the seam, and we have him deep, but Bowman not able to get the throw off. This is one of those situations where you just gotta throw the ball, and Ollie's gonna get it in the flat. Thankfully, he has the speed to pick up the first down and save the day. Bowman's been doing just enough to keep the sticks moving, and now we're just gonna go up the middle. This is the best hole Ollie has had all day, and this one might end the game. It's been a struggle, but that is his 3rd touchdown today. UCF was actually able to get the touchdown, but they cannot get the 2-point conversion, so now we just gotta run out the clock. No reason to take any unnecessary risks here, and okay, we're just gonna go to the outside, fighting for any yards we can get. I do trust our defense enough to not pass the ball here. Just gonna try to let Ollie work again. We'll cut this up the middle, but nothing doing. Okay, thankfully defense gets the job done, and this Oklahoma State team is headed to the college football playoff. It was a tough day for Ollie. He had to fight for every inch. He did have almost 100 yards receiving though. So now, moment of truth, man. Heisman fate, college football playoff fate. We just earned a trophy called Heisman moment, and okay, we're gonna win player of the year. That's not the Heisman, right? Okay, there's the Heisman. Let's go, bro. 2,000 yards, 30 touchdowns on the year. Much deserved, of course. Also gonna win best running back and all that. And there is still time left in this season to do more, bro. So we actually got the number 4 seed in the playoffs, but that does mean we get the first round bye. We'll be taking on Oregon in the quarterfinal. All right, so college football playoffs, let's get it. We are taking on Oregon in the Sugar Bowl. Time to see what Ollie Gordon can do in his first playoff game. This is gonna be probably the toughest defense he's played. So he's gonna have to work a little bit harder for these rushing yards than usual, or maybe not. He has a huge hole here and he's in the open field. The running game's starting out hot here. This offense is looking solid on the first drive, and we're gonna try to get a counter cooking here. Beautiful blocking. If we didn't get bumped, that was a house call. Okay, so run game's looking great so far. That should set up the passing game beautifully, and Ollie will get it out of the backfield and take it to the crib. This offense does not look fazed by the big game, but Oregon does just so happen to also have one of the best offenses in the country. So Ollie and the boys are gonna have to match it blow for blow, but Ollie is loose here on the speed option, able to cut and make a guy miss, and I don't know if the Ducks are gonna stop him today. 67 yards already at the start of the second quarter, and gonna try to bounce it to the outside here. Great blocking from our wide receiver. I just wish we had the burners to take that to the crib. The only thing that stops Ollie from being the perfect running back in this game is his speed, and we're gonna try to get it to him in the flats here, but Oregon got pretty good pressure, and we'll have to kick the field goal. With a 3-point lead, we'll have 23 seconds to try and make something happen before halftime, but this pass rush has been tough, and that's gonna be a D-line interception. Disastrous play for this Oklahoma State offense. So Oregon's got a 3-point advantage coming out of halftime. Ollie's gonna have to keep it going. This feels like the moment where he normally delivers a big play, but this defense is closing in on the run game. The big play might just have to be through the air. He's gonna get it out of the backfield here and just barely pick pick up the first down. Seems like this game is definitely going to come down to the wire. And on third down, Bowman's just going to throw it up for Ollie, but nothing doing. It gets picked out of the sky, and the Ducks might just have this thing locked down. Oh, but defense gets an interception. Let's go. This game is not quite over yet. Gonna set up a slip screen here, and Ollie's gonna have to make some magic to get the first down, but making magic is what he does. Just like that, Oklahoma State's in field goal range. Ideally though, the Cowboys want to win the game on this drive, and going back to the speed option here, Ollie's gonna pick up the first down and more. Ideally though, the Cowboys want to win the game on this drive, and going back to the speed option here, Ollie's got another shot at a big play. This will put him up over 150 rushing yards on the day, and now a chance to take the lead. Gonna go back to the halfback screen here, and Oregon look to have that covered well, but Ollie is able to catch it and will get his boys down to the 3. So it'll be a chance to win the game with just 15 seconds left. And back to the speed option, Ollie is gonna get it and break a tackle to get in. That might just be a game-winning touchdown in the college football playoffs. Defense just has to get a quick stop, and it's looking a little bit dicey, but they are gonna do it. The Cowboys are headed to the semifinals, and man, if we keep winning, Ollie might just have a chance at that Barry Sanders rushing record. Now the record would kind of have an asterisk since he would play in way more games than Barry did, but he'd have to put up like a couple of 250-yard games to get it. A semifinal game is going to be tough though. Number 1 Ohio State. In his second playoff game, Ollie Gordon's going to be taking on the number 1 team, and it looks like they might be selling out for the run. He doesn't get anything on those first 2 plays. The Cowboys are going to have to pass for it on third down, and Ollie is going to try to go up and get this, but it gets knocked out, and the Ohio State fans are going crazy. Uh-oh, man, the Buckeyes get a quick touchdown. This offense is going to have to do something different on this drive. Gonna try out an RPO here, and man, they are just locking Ollie down. I think he's definitely going to have to get going with the passing game, and he has it on the slip screen here. Can he make a man miss? No, man, he tried to spin to the outside. Thankfully, this defense gets a big stop, so we'll have it back with great field position, and finally a positive play for Ollie. 5 rushes for 5 yards is not going to cut it though. This D tackle is just stuffing the run. All right, 3rd and 4 here, and Ollie is going to be open out of the backfield, but quarterback misses the pass. That's not good. The Cowboys are going to go for this 4th and 4. Let's see what we got here. Ollie is not going to get open, and Bowman trying to hit the corner route cannot do it. This offense has been locked down so far. Thankfully, defense is doing their part and trying to get the speed option going here. That's a little bit dangerous, but Ollie's going to sneak out of there and get close to the first. Not a lot of luck running it up the middle so far, and on third down, that's still going to be the case. I am not trying to end this video with the Heisman winner getting totally shut down in the semifinal game, so hopefully he can get something going before halftime. Finally able to get a reception there. The Cowboys do finally have a little bit of life on offense here, but Bowman trying to make a desperation throw is going to get picked off by this big defensive tackle, and the big man will take it all the way to the crib. This one just might be over, man. The Oklahoma State offense is getting shut down. This is not a fun way to end the season. Ollie is sadly not going to break the Barry Sanders rushing record. Coach has just given up and put in the backups at this point, and that's going to do it for Oklahoma State's Cinderella run. Ollie had his only bad game of the season as Ohio State really just keyed in on him. He was still the leading receiver on this team. He might not have been able to finish the job, but this was one of the best seasons a running back has ever had in college football history, and to add 1,300 yards and 11 touchdowns receiving is crazy. Appreciate y'all watching the video. Comment down below what kind of season you think Ollie Gordon's going to have in real life this year, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.